The forbidden transmission. The discovery that changed everything. Commander Zara Klein floated in the observation deck of Research Station Horizon. She watched Earth rotate below her. The blue planet looked peaceful from here. Beautiful. Safe. But Zara knew the truth. Humanity was trapped. For 20 years, the galaxy had sent the same message. Stay on your planet. Do not leave your solar system. Do not build faster-than-light engines. Do not attempt contact. The warning came from something called the Galactic Union. They claimed to protect younger species. They said humans needed more time to grow. More time to become peaceful. More time to prove they were ready. But Zara didn't believe them. "Commander, we're receiving another transmission," said Lieutenant Park. He was young, barely 25. His hands shook as he worked the controls. "It's the same warning. They detected our test yesterday." Yesterday, Zara's team had activated a prototype faster-than-light communicator for exactly 3 seconds. Just 3 seconds. And the Galactic Union had noticed immediately. Zara looked at the message on the screen. It was written in perfect English. Somehow, they knew every human language. "Cease all FTL experimentation. This is your final warning. Species that disobey face immediate containment." Containment. Zara hated that word. It made humans sound like a disease. Something dangerous that needed to be locked away. "Delete it," Zara said. "Ma'am?" Park looked shocked. "Delete the message. And prepare the long-range transmitter. We're going to send something back." Breaking the rules. Earth's governments had argued about the Galactic Union for 2 decades. Some leaders wanted to obey. They said humanity should wait, be patient, prove they were peaceful. Other leaders wanted to ignore the warnings. They said no one had the right to trap humanity on Earth. Zara was tired of arguing. She was tired of waiting. She was a scientist, not a politician. And she had discovered something important. For 5 years, she had been studying the Galactic Union's transmissions. Every warning message they sent. Every threat. Every command. And Zara found something strange. The messages all came from the same location. A single point in space, about 40 light-years from Earth. That was close. Very close in galactic terms. More importantly, Zara discovered that the Galactic Union's signals were old. Ancient, actually. The technology they used was thousands of years behind what humans had already developed. The warnings that seemed so powerful were actually coming from outdated satellites that could barely function. Zara suspected something. Maybe the Galactic Union wasn't as strong as they pretended. Maybe they were afraid of humanity. Maybe that's why they wanted humans to stay trapped on Earth. "Commander, the transmitter is ready," Park said. "But I have to ask. Are you sure about this? If we send an unauthorized message, the consequences could be—" "I know the risks," Zara interrupted. She pulled up a file on her computer. "Do you know how many species are in the Galactic Union?" Park shook his head. According to their own transmissions, there are 12,000 member species. 12,000 different civilizations, all following the same rules. All obeying the same laws. "That sounds impressive," Park said. "Does it?" Zara zoomed in on a star chart. "Because I did the math. In 20 years, we've only detected signals from 47 different locations. 47. Not 12,000. Either the Galactic Union is lying about how big they are, or something else is going on." Park's eyes widened. "You think the Union isn't real?" "I think someone doesn't want us looking too closely," Zara said. "And there's only one way to find out the truth. The message humanity sent." Zara typed carefully. The message needed to be perfect. Not aggressive, but not weak either. Humans needed to sound confident. Strong. Ready. She wrote. To the Galactic Union. This is Commander Zara Klein of the United Earth Research Command. We have received your warnings for 20 years. We have studied your transmissions. We have analyzed your technology. And we have a question. Why are you afraid of us? You say we are too violent. You say we are not ready. But you have never met us. You have never spoken with us. You have never given us a chance to prove ourselves. You simply command us to stay silent and obey. We refuse. Humanity has built civilization from nothing. We have survived ice ages and plagues and wars and disasters. We have created art and music and science and hope. We have looked at the stars for thousands of years and dreamed of meeting others. We are not perfect. We make mistakes. But we learn. We grow. We never stop trying to be better. You do not have the right to trap us. You do not have the authority to silence us. And you will not stop us from reaching the stars. This message is humanity's declaration. We are coming. We are building ships. We are creating faster-than-light engines. We are preparing to join the galaxy. Not as children asking for permission. Not as prisoners begging for freedom. But as equals demanding respect. If you want to stop us, then show yourselves. Meet us. Talk to us. Explain why we should obey. But if you are too afraid to face us, then step aside. Because humanity is done waiting. Zara read the message 3 times. Her heart pounded. This was it. This was the moment that would change everything. Send it, she said. Park hesitated for only a second. Then he pressed the button. The transmission launched into space at the speed of light. It would take 40 years to reach its destination. But Zara knew the Galactic Union would detect it immediately. Their satellites were watching. Always watching. Message sent, Park whispered. What happens now? Zara smiled. It was not a happy smile. It was the smile of someone who had just started a fight they might not win. Now we find out if the galaxy is ready for humanity. The response nobody expected. The galaxy answered 3 hours later. Zara was in her quarters when the alarm started blaring. She ran to the command center. Every screen was flashing red. Every sensor was detecting something. What's happening? Zara demanded. Park's face was white. Contacts. Hundreds of them. Ships. They just appeared in orbit around Jupiter. Zara's blood went cold. The Galactic Union? I don't think so. Park pulled up a visual feed. The screen showed massive vessels. Sleek, black, covered in weapons. They did not look like ancient satellites. They looked like warships. A new message appeared on the main screen. But this time, it wasn't a warning. It was an introduction. Humanity. We are the Terran Union. We received your transmission. We have been waiting for this moment for 20 years. The Galactic Union is a lie. It was created by US to keep young species trapped. To prevent them from becoming threats. But you have discovered the truth. You have defied the warnings. You have proven yourselves worthy. Not of friendship. But of conquest. Welcome to the real galaxy. We will see you soon. The message ended. The screens went dark. And Zara realized with horrible certainty that humanity had just made the biggest mistake in its history. They hadn't challenged a protective council. They had announced themselves to predators. And the predators were coming when humanity fights back. The fleet that shouldn't exist. The Terran Union expected humanity to panic. They expected fear, chaos, surrender. They had conquered 47 species using the same strategy. Create the fake Galactic Union. Send warnings. Keep young civilizations trapped on their home worlds. Wait until they break the rules. Then attack while they're unprepared. It had worked perfectly for 3,000 years. But the Terran made one critical mistake. They assumed humans would react like every other species. They didn't. Admiral Marcus Chen stood on the bridge of the UESS Defiant, humanity's first true warship. It shouldn't exist. According to the Galactic Union's warnings, humans weren't supposed to build military vessels. They weren't supposed to weaponize faster-than-light technology. They weren't supposed to prepare for war. Humans had done all of it anyway. "Admiral, the Kryn fleet is moving toward Earth," reported Captain Sarah Okonkwo. "Their formation suggests they plan to blockade the planet and demand surrender." Marcus smiled grimly. He was 60 years old. He had spent his entire career preparing for this moment. Not because he wanted war, but because he refused to believe that warnings from unknown aliens were meant to protect humanity. He had suspected a trap. He had been right. "How many ships do we have ready?" Marcus asked. 17 warships fully operational. Another 33 in various stages of completion. Against their 400 vessels, we're heavily outnumbered. "Numbers don't tell the whole story," Marcus said. "What's the status of Project Hercules?" Sarah's eyes lit up. "Armed and ready. All 100 satellites are in position." Marcus looked at the view screen. The Kryn fleet was massive. Intimidating. Beautiful in a terrifying way. Their ships moved with perfect coordination. They had done this many times before. They were confident. Experienced. Unstoppable. They had never fought humans. "Open a channel," Marcus ordered. "Let's talk to our new friends." The conversation that changed the war. The view screen flickered. A face appeared. The Kryn commander looked vaguely reptilian, with golden eyes and scales that shimmered in the light. It spoke through a translator, its voice cold and mechanical. "I am High Commander Zorith of the Kryn Dominion. You will surrender your planet immediately. Resistance will result in the complete destruction of your species." Marcus leaned back in his chair. "I'm Admiral Marcus Chen of the United Earth Space Forces. And I have a question. How many species have you conquered using the fake Galactic Union?" Zorith's eyes narrowed. "You are intelligent enough to discover our deception. You are not intelligent enough to resist. Surrender now, and your species will be allowed to serve the Dominion as workers. Refuse, and you will be exterminated." "That's not really answering my question," Marcus said casually. "But I'll assume it's a lot. Probably dozens. Maybe hundreds. You've been doing this for a long time, haven't you? Tricking young species. Keeping them trapped. Attacking when they're defenseless." "Your assumptions are irrelevant," Zorith said. "You have 1 hour to surrender. After that, we will demonstrate what happens to species who defy us." "Actually," Marcus interrupted, "you have 30 seconds to leave our solar system. After that, we will demonstrate what happens to predators who underestimate humanity." Zorith laughed. It was a horrible sound. "You have 17 primitive ships. We have 400 advanced warships. You cannot win. You cannot even fight. Surrender or die." Marcus checked his watch. 20 seconds. "You are a fool." 15 seconds. "We will enjoy destroying your species." 10 seconds, Marcus said. "And by the way, those 17 ships you detected? They're not our weapons. They're just the distraction." Zorith's expression changed. For the first time, the Kryn commander looked uncertain. "What are you?" "Time's up," Marcus said. He turned to Sarah. "Activate Hercules." Project Hercules. The Kryn fleet never saw it coming. 100 satellites that had been orbiting Earth for 15 years suddenly powered up. They had been launched as weather monitoring systems. The Galactic Union's outdated sensors had believed the lie. The satellites were actually weapons. Each one contained a relativistic kinetic impactor. A small tungsten rod accelerated to 95% the speed of light. When Project Hercules fired, it fired all at once. 100 tungsten rods crossed the distance to the Kryn fleet in less than 3 seconds. They couldn't be dodged. They couldn't be blocked. They were too fast, too small, too numerous. Each rod hit with the force of a nuclear weapon. But there was no radiation. No explosion. Just pure kinetic energy. The rods punched through Kryn shields like they didn't exist. They tore through hulls. They destroyed engines. They crippled ship after ship after ship. In 15 seconds, the Kryn Dominion lost 90 ships. Nearly a quarter of their fleet. Gone. The remaining Kryn vessels scattered, breaking formation in panic. They had never been attacked like this. No species had ever hurt them this badly, this quickly. High Commander Zorath's face appeared on the screen again. The arrogant confidence was gone. What did you do? Marcus stood up. We prepared. While you were busy sending fake warnings, we were building weapons. While you were assuming we would obey, we were planning for war. You wanted to know if humanity was ready for the real galaxy? Here's your answer. He gestured at the tactical display. Those tungsten rods were moving at 95% light speed. Do you know how much energy that carries? Each one hit with more force than anything in your arsenal. And we have thousands more in storage. We can keep firing for hours. Zorath's scales had turned pale. This is impossible. Young species don't have this technology. They don't have the resources. They don't. We've been trapped on Earth for millions of years, Marcus interrupted. Do you know what that means? It means we've had millions of years to develop our science. Our mathematics. Our engineering. We didn't need to explore the galaxy to become advanced. We explored our own planet. We studied every atom, every force, every law of physics. And we got very, very good at making weapons. He leaned forward. You picked the wrong species to hunt. The truth about humanity. The battle was short. Brutal. One-sided. The Kryn Dominion had spent 3,000 years conquering helpless species. They had never faced an enemy that fought back with equal force. They had certainly never faced humans. By the end of the first day, 300 Kryn ships were destroyed or crippled. The survivors tried to retreat. But Earth's 17 warships were faster than the Kryn expected. Lighter. More maneuverable. Equipped with weapons that the Kryn had never encountered before. Humanity didn't fight like other species. They didn't form perfect formations. They didn't follow established tactics. They adapted constantly, changing strategies mid-battle, using unconventional methods that confused the Kryn commanders. By the end of the second day, the Kryn fleet was completely destroyed. 400 warships reduced to debris. Thousands of Kryn soldiers dead or captured. High Commander Zorath had surrendered, begging for mercy. Marcus Chin stood in the prison cell where Zorath was being held. The Kryn commander looked broken. Defeated. Confused. How? Zorath whispered. How did you do this? Marcus sat down across from him. You want to know the truth? The real reason humans won? Zorath nodded weakly. We're afraid, Marcus said simply. Every day of our existence, we've been terrified. Terrified of disease. Terrified of starvation. Terrified of natural disasters and wars and death. Fear has driven humanity since the beginning. And fear taught us one important lesson. He leaned forward. Never stop preparing. Never assume you're safe. Never believe that peace will last forever. You created the fake Galactic Union to keep us trapped. But being trapped made us paranoid. It made us suspicious. It made us ready. Marcus stood up. You hunted 47 species. You conquered them all because they weren't prepared. But humans are always prepared. We prepare for earthquakes and asteroids and pandemics. We prepare for invasions that might never come. We prepare because that's what keeps us alive. He walked toward the door. The galaxy will learn about what happened here. They'll learn that humanity isn't weak. They'll learn that the Terran Dominion fell in 2 days. And they'll learn one more thing. Marcus looked back at Zorath. They'll learn that when you threaten humanity, when you lie to us, when you try to conquer us, we don't surrender. We fight back. And we win. The new message. 3 months after the battle, Commander Zara Klein stood in the newly built communications center. She prepared to send a new message to the galaxy. This time, humans would tell the truth. She typed. To all species in the galaxy. This is Commander Zara Klein of United Earth. 20 years ago, we received warnings from something called the Galactic Union. We were told to stay on our planet. We were told we weren't ready. We were told to obey. We discovered the truth. The Galactic Union was a lie. It was created by the Terran Dominion to trap young species. To keep them helpless. To make them easy prey. We refused to be prey. The Terran sent 400 warships to conquer Earth. They believed we would surrender. They were wrong. In 2 days, we destroyed their entire fleet. We captured their commanders. We freed the 47 species they had enslaved. Humanity is now reaching the stars. We are building ships. We are exploring the galaxy. And we are sending this message as a warning. To peaceful species, we want to be friends. We want to trade, learn, and grow together. We will protect those who cannot protect themselves. We will share what we know. We will help build a better galaxy. To aggressive species, stay away from Earth. Stay away from our allies. Do not threaten us. Do not attack us. Do not assume we are weak because we are young. The Terran made that mistake. Their empire is gone. Humanity is done hiding. We are done being afraid. We are here. And we are ready for whatever the galaxy brings. Welcome to the new era. Welcome to a galaxy where humans have a voice. Zara sent the message. It launched in every direction. It would reach thousands of species. Some would be happy. Some would be terrified. But all of them would know the truth. Humanity had arrived. And they had arrived by force.